I just finished an almost 8-hour long stream of Wuthering Waves, and honestly, as someone that played the first beta test, the second beta test, this game ended up surpassing my expectations, far exceeding them, actually. I know there are some people out there that are having issues. There are people that are not capable of playing via mobile. There are people that are having performance issues. There are some lag concerns. But at the end of the day, I streamed for almost 8 hours straight, and I didn't encounter a single bug. I didn't have a single issue whatsoever. My experience in the first 8 hours of playing the game has been phenomenal. I haven't had this much fun in a new gacha game probably since I started Honkai Star Rail, probably since I started Nikke. There are very few gacha games that have given me this sense of enjoyment that I've been enthralled in enough to actually play for 8 hours without break. JRPGs, sure. Gacha games? Not really, no. What I'm going to do here is break down my thoughts into several different points. Story, gameplay, voice acting, world, music, graphics, difficulty, performance, and content, because I think that'll pretty much cover everything. Now, these are not my final thoughts, because I very much plan on continuing to stream this every single day this week, and also moving into next week. If you want to stop by the streams, I have a link on screen right now. You can follow over on Twitch at twitch.tv/Stix and Mrs. Stix. You'll find the link in the description, the pinned comment below. Every day, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have goodies to give away. We have coupon codes. You can acquire rewards in-game, or you can just party up with us, hang with us, chat. Now let's go ahead and start off with the story. And the reason I'm starting off with the story is because I feel like for me to become enthralled in a game, the story needs to be compelling enough to warrant me not skipping it. The story in Wuthering Waves is not great, but at the same time, it is not bad. I feel like the story in Wuthering Waves could be a lot better if they condensed it down and there wasn't so much fluff, because I feel like they extend the story by an egregious amount. Not just in Wuthering Waves, but in Genshin Impact, in Honkai Star Rail, in Arknights, in every single gacha game I've ever played. You have a story, and then for whatever reason, the developers go, yeah, let's just add hundreds of lines of text in there to explain something that could have been summarized in 10, maybe 20 seconds, in 1/10 of the amount of text. The story is good. It is not great. I am interested. The game starts off really strong, gets to a point where you're spending an hour doing nothing but wandering around the city. And then after several hours, you meet Scar, things really start to pick back up. And then now I'm wandering around the world playing the game and just doing stuff that are unrelated to the story, which leads me into the gameplay aspect of the game. Because when you're not doing the story, you're not engaging with the story, you're playing the game. You're out engaging enemies, you're out doing content, consuming content. The gameplay, let's start with the combat here, is incredible. In terms of cross-platform gacha games, so this is disregarding PC or console exclusive games, cross-platform gacha games, there is no combat system better than Wuthering Waves. I'm sorry. I know Genshin's elemental synergy system is a great addition to the combat, but Wuthering Waves' perfect dodges, their parrying, the fast, fluid smoothness of the combat is unparalleled. There's just no comparison that can be made. The combat is incredible. The addition of the echoes to provide you with a further extension of your character that can be altered and customized so your character can fit a different role, have different abilities, is a great idea. Taking the artifact system from Genshin and then making it serve a purpose other than just boosting your stats or providing an additional passive, that was genius. Everyone hates the artifact system in Genshin. Everyone hates that other gacha games have adopted that artifact system from Genshin. So this is not only a type of content that is grindable, that doesn't require stamina, but also serves a purpose by allowing for you to more deeply customize your character. Before we discuss any more of Wuthering Waves, I want to take a moment to thank my incredible patrons over on Patreon who allow for me to continue to do dedicated videos like this every single day. You guys are absolutely phenomenal, and I cannot thank you all enough for the support. Navigating around the world is smooth, it's fast, you can run up walls, you can grapple, you can glide, you can climb. Overall, the gameplay has been incredibly smooth, absolutely no issues. This is by far one of the most fun worlds to explore, based off of the kind of exploration we're given access to and the ways that we can continue to explore it. The voice acting, oh my god. So if there's anything wrong with this game, it is that you have incredible voice actors, like the voice actor for Encore, who also voices Regulus in Reverse 1999, who voices Tataru in Final Fantasy XIV, who voices Fiora in Xenoblade Chronicles 1. Incredible voice actress. We have Sanhua, who is an absolute goddess. Holy crap, her voice made me melt. There is the voice actor for Scar and Gion. These two men sound like absolute freaking gods. And then you have everyone else who's just like, you know, they walk into a booth and they're like, okay, I'm going to read the script now, and this is what is happening. You have Scar, Gion, Sanhua, and Encore, who all feel like they are actually their characters, and they are interested and they are existing within the world. Now, you know, this might improve over time when they become more accustomed to their characters, more comfortable with their characters. This might improve over time just purely as they continue to voice the characters. And just the beginning of the voice acting was, I think, about average. Probably, you know what? No. For a gacha game, I think this was above average dubbing. But when you compare this to games like Nikke or Honkai Star Rail, yeah, it is not so good. The world itself is absolutely filled with things to do. It is an immense, large, enormous open world. It doesn't feel empty. It feels like there are tons of things to do, lots of side quests to engage in, lots of things to find, locate, to loot and plunder. I've had a lot of fun just running around, engaging in everything. There are tons of puzzles to do. There are tons of like large, powerful boss monsters to engage in. There are ones that require stamina to attain the rewards from. Then there are ones that are just like glowing red that just like randomly wander around the world that you can engage as well. I've had absolutely no issue with the world. I think it is a lot of fun to explore, and I think there's a lot to it. The music, I think this is one of the issues that people had with the game, and that is that the music isn't that great. Punishing Grey Raven is one of the best soundtracks in gacha games. We have games like Nikke, Arc Knights, Punishing Grey Raven. They all have insane soundtracks. Wuthering Waves soundtracks for the trailers that they had were absolutely phenomenal. Those trailers were fire, but the music in this game is just, you know, it's good. That's it. It's not great. It's not exceptional. It's just good. And that's honestly a bit of a shame. The graphics are, I feel like, probably the best in the genre. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I feel like graphics are subjective because some people like chibi graphics more than like 3D graphics. Some people prefer anime graphics rather than, you know, realistic graphics. So I think at the end of the day, it is completely subjective whether you think the graphics of a game are good or not. I love Wuthering Waves graphics. I think the graphics are absolutely phenomenal. I think the world looks beautiful. The characters are some of the best characters. The husbandos in this game, Mortefi, Scar, Gion, the waifus in this game, Sanhua, Jiangshen, Yinlin, like there are so many absolutely stunning male and female characters in this game. The animations look beautiful. The combat animations, just the animations when running around, just when standing around, breathing, like the graphics in this game are absolutely gorgeous. The difficulty of the game varies. There are points where it does feel very easy, but then there are also points where the encounters are just a big smack in the face because you're like, oh, I don't really know how to dodge at all, or oh my god, I really can't parry. Which was a bit of a wake-up call, honestly. And I've been having a lot of fun slowly learning all of the different boss fights and everything. As someone that is playing the game as a free-to-play player, so I haven't gotten Gion, I haven't gotten any of the other potentially really powerful characters like Kakaro, I haven't gotten Verena yet, so I have no one. I literally have the Rover and Jiangshen. That's it. They're the only two characters I've even leveled. I'm having an immense amount of difficulty with the game, but it is so much fun, so enjoyable. Performance in the game. This is, as I noted, I have not encountered a single issue thus far. No performance issues. I've been at a steady like 70 to 100 ping. I have been playing with no frame drops whatsoever. During combat, exploration, cutscenes, nothing. I have not had a single frame drop. It has been beautifully smooth. I feel like a lot of people have been complaining that they're experiencing frame drops when the reality of it is, yeah, I'm sure you're going to encounter performance issues. I'm sure eventually I'll encounter performance issues, but for the most part, this game runs flawlessly. Or with regards to my own experience, it has run 100% flawlessly. And finally, the content. There is so much to do in this game. The story, the side quests, the character quests, the daily quests, the quests you just find out randomly while running around exploring. There are all the different materials to loot. There are all the different mini games to participate in. There are all the different puzzles to complete. There are the bosses that wander, the big glowy red ones. There are the stronger bosses that require you to consume your stamina for. There are the tacit fields. There are the instance dungeons. There's a tower of adversity. Literally, like, there are more things to do in this game than I have time to do. There is, I mean, I don't have a single complaint. I've been doing so many things over the course of the last 8 hours, and I've been loving all of it. If I were to use numbers to rate Wuthering Waves right now, I would give the story a 6. I would give gameplay a 10. The voice acting, I would give a 6. The world, I would give a 10. The music, I would give a 5. Graphics, I would give a 10. Difficulty, an 8. Performance, a 10. And the content, a 10. Totaling 75 out of 90, which is roughly 83.33%. That is pretty good. That is a very good rating, and that is only based off of the first 8 hours of the game. As I continue further through it, this rating may drop or rise. I guess we'll find out over the course of the week because I'm streaming every single day. We're gonna finish this game before we move on to any other. Now, I'd love to have you guys come on over and join me. Now, if this is not a game you're all interested in though, absolutely no problem. I got you covered with 2 different videos on screen right now that might be more up your alley.